Hello everyone, and welcome back to week
Well,
two of Johnny's Scrims. Shut up, Kev. This is map number three, Jamyoole versus Essence, as you can see in the title. Uh, Definitely promises to be a very interesting match.
yeah,
Um,
this team have a lot of history, a bit of a rivalry going on between them, between last season of Johnny Scrims being, I think they were Scrim partners at one stage, and then the Open Division knockout on the side of Essence. Jamyoole topped their group, and then in knockout stages, first round Essence, I think ran away with a trio. So this should be an interesting game. Definitely, both teams have a lot to prove. Essence going down the first game against Yankers. Definitely have to get back to their usual state. And Jamul did get a reverse sweep the first week, but again, it was rough and not looking like the Jamul of last season.
yeah, definitely both teams will want to look a lot better and a lot stronger today, and I do hope they will. Definitely want a bit of a closer match than the last few games. Um, kind of stick at 3-0s at this stage, but then again, Jamil won't want another long game.
Yeah, they'll be looking now to push a victory or maybe a trio victory, make a statement, get one up on Essence. But look, I reckon these two teams will have a go at it. Should be interesting enough now, this game. A lot to look out, both teams. Um, kind of different styles. Um, Jamule last week struggled with the rush comp and went down the first two maps, but then they changed up their comps and ran more of kind of a double bubble bit of dive. I would say if Essence are going to look for anything, look for Tommy B on the switch. When they run
Hmm.
rush, he'll run the May, but watch for that Doom and Farah switch. He dominated when he went on the Doom and on the Farah. So keep an eye out for that if it'd be one thing to look out for on the side of Essence. And then Essence are a very, very kind of flex style team. They like running a bit of the dive and also like that double bubble. But look, we'll see how both teams get on this map.
Well, first map is going to be Nepal, so if both teams are ready, we will jump right on into it.
Yeah, we seem to be waiting for Jamule. I think there's. Oh,
Okay,
they're
and
looking for 10 seconds apparently.
while we're waiting, I'll just say a quick shout out and thank you to everyone who's been watching and following and chatting so far, and just thanks for helping us get to affiliate. So yeah, Pog.
Yeah, big.
And I believe from now on we'll start to be doing predictions per map.
Mm-hmm. Indeed we will.
Um, so that's going to be pretty fun. So you can vote with your channel points and add a bit of extra hype to these games.
Mm. Well, first map choice was Jamule to pick Nepal. So it should be interesting enough. Nepal can be a very kind of a rush style kind of map. The only map Sanctum tends to be a bit maybe a bit of ball Sigma we might see with the Sigmas trying to fight for the high ground and ball contesting point or trying to get in behind and disrupt the team. Should be interesting. I know the last day on the side of Jamul, Misty got cut out at the start of the first two rounds. Um,
Mhm.
just getting picked off first. And we even have our stats of the week of Misty, the biggest feeder of the week. So see if that can be turned around. I know. Look, it should be interesting. Nepal's always a good map. You always get good diversity. A bit of rush. You can get that Sigma ball comp. You always get a bit of fire play on it as well. So definitely, um, a diverse map. Diverse comps tend to be running it. So look, hopefully we get a good map.
I think the teams are reading up now, so we will hop right into Nepal and
Mhm.
see which map we get first. Okay, it looks like we're getting Sanctum first. The ball and Sigma prediction might be coming true here.
Yeah. We'll probably see a bit of ball. Sigma tends to be fairly common in this map. Sigmas will fight for high ground. You might see a Hanzo or a Kree or something. A Zen maybe playing with the Sigma. You could see the Brig and then the balls and maybe a Tracer to play with the ball. You never know. It's always interesting to see what's run this map. You always see different strats coming out.
Well, so far, at least on the side of Essence, we're looking at a Diva Ryan Rush comp, which is going to be quite interesting. But Jamil deciding to run that Zarya Sigma. Neither team running the ball.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to sim TP out, and I would expect Tommy maybe to
Oh,
switch to an Echo is what I'd be expecting, or even a Tracer. But
Misty
two
has made the
interesting
swap
style
over onto the
comps.
ball. So playing much more what we predicted, and Tommy B indeed switching over onto the Tracer to help the ball pushing to the back line of Essence. Hop on board here with Fire Trucks, see what he can do, if he can make any space for his team. Rushing in here, will that Zen fall? Yes, he will. Humid and Stainless working together to take out that Zenyatta. Tommy B now trying to get a bit of damage in the back line of Essence. Thanks to Fletchworth as well, gets a final blow onto Ping Ping. And now a massive rotation all the way around the map from Jamyoole before Fletchworth finally does fall. And now Essence can start to push onto the point. But Jamyoole did cap first, so they have a few percentage on the board at least. But a nice boop from Darchi, knocking Misty off the map when he goes in for that slam.
Yeah, Essence running this kind of a brawly ball style comp. To focus on their comp is this Reaper. They run the Diva with the Rhine to protect, to matrix this Reaper or matrix this Rhine in when they are going in for that damage to keep them up. So this comp is all about sticking together. And Tommy and Jamyoole's comp is about, if you look at the Tracer, will be looking to take a different cross angle.
Ping Ping with a nice stick there, finds Antarctic. Unfortunately, didn't find any more kills, but one is enough. The Coalescence there being enough to keep Firetruck up after getting stuck by Tommy's Pulse Bomb. But a big slam out of Misty adds a bit of extra damage. But both Tommy and Misty do fall for this, as their team did not push aggressively with them. And that's another reset coming for Jamyoole.
Yeah, like I was saying, this Jamyoole team, this comp they're running, it's an aggressive comp. They were playing the Tracer to go in with the ball, with the Ash maybe playing a different angle, getting a crossfire going, just to try pick off this Essence team one by one. But it looks like they've switched up their comp now.
Yeah, looking like they want to run a bit more of a brawly comp and take it to Essence. As we see the flux coming out from Fleshworst here, does find Fire Truck, which is a big pick, and Tommy B as well finding the pick onto Humid in the backlines. Now, Jamyoole pushing onto that point. They want to turn it back over in their favor as the fight breaks out in the small room behind the point. Misty taking out Niels on that Moira. And it looks like Stain is going to fall off the map with D.Va after getting battered around a bit by that Reinhardt.
Yeah, this is a nice comp now to switch up to against Essence comp. They run this double shield brawl style comp. It'll be able to withstand the Reaper and the Rhine pressure. Also, the Mei is nice. There's a lot of chokes here. You can look for walls and maybe punish the Rhine. So it'll be interesting to see how they use this comp. We do have ults up on the side of Essence, so they are definitely at an advantage for this fight.
A nice 20 there out of Stainless, denying that Firestark from getting any value for the side of Misty there. As Niels pops a Coalescence and finds Maisie G after that rush across the side. Fletchworth though does find a big pick as well, but Stainless with a 4-man bomb, I believe, or was it 3-man? And that's a teamfight win easily for the side of Essence.
Yeah, this Essence rush is looking really good. They punished Maisie G really early on the Ash. He's playing a bit too close. Jamie will have to expect this really aggressive push with the Lucio. So if there is someone playing squishy who isn't playing with the team, you have to play back. You can't be rushed down that easily.
Humid there with the Death Blossom, but it's completely cancelled out by Tommy B's Blizzard, which is thrown in very, very early there and enables Jamyoole to push in super aggressive here. And it looks like they're taking this team fight already. Darchi and Ping Ping looking to survive as long as possible, but might not be able to escape with their lives. As the point once again is turning to Jamyoole. A very quick fight.
Yeah, look, that was just very incredible by Tommy B. Early took the fight really early, and they only used one ult to get through that fight and take it. Now they have the ult advantage. They've got the Shatter, they've got the Nano, and they have Flux coming out on the side of Sigma. So this should be a hold. This fight should be a team fight win for
That
Jamie,
said,
but you never know.
Essence here, they're going on the rotation, pushing right up, but they wait very, very long before actually going, despite being grouped. And gets spotted out by Tommy, but the nice Maywall coming out from Ping Ping there does condemn Misty to death. As Humid finds the kills. The Nano Boost though with the Graviton Flux does find Fire Truck, but the Coalescence is there from Niels as well. And it looks like we have a pause. Interesting. Okay. Both teams looking fairly strong here. A few messy fights here and there. Last two fights up until now have been very, very clear one-sided fights that were played quite well by each team. Of course, Essence with the first one with that massive D.Va bomb, and then Tommy B shutting down that Reaper and Humid and enabling his team to push for that second fight. So definitely this game promising to be a close one already from what we've seen. And I have no idea what's going on in the game.
Yeah, it looks like a DC on the side of Jamyoole. Who's DC'd? Oh, it looks like Antarctic has DC'd. Seems to be. Yeah, look, it's a pretty even fight also out inside of both sides. It was unfortunate. Maywall from Tommy wasn't able to catch anyone out, but it was a nice Maywall from Ping Ping. Maywall by Ping Ping catching out. Misty on the Ryan early.
Yeah,
Um,
Misty getting
looked
a
like
little bit over aggressive there and decides to charge into the room looking for a pick, but didn't realize that the maze swap had come through from Ping Ping and ended up getting punished for it.
yeah. We'll see now. Antarctic's back in the game. Let's see the lobby.
We'll be hopping back
Just
in
wait.
here as Niels is using that coalescence and fire truck, still dead, and so is Maisie G. So it's going to be a 4v5 since Antarctic is also not going to be in the fight here. So we want to be seeing Jamyoole trying to rotate and just play passive, get back to point at least, and just die on point.
Looks like we're both ready now to get going.
Okay, let's hop back in. Tommy B though does fall to that coalescence I was talking about earlier, as does Silent fall to Humid as well on that Reaper. And now the shatter coming out from Misty. Does it find anyone? Looks like no, it doesn't actually. And will anyone be able to touch point there on time or in order to give Jamyoole a chance? Looks like no. That is Sanctum turning over for Essence.
Score 0-1.
Definitely,
Yeah, it's close enough fight there. DC was unfortunate
yeah.
on the side of Jamyoole. Look, again, I expect to see maybe both rush style comps again, maybe a bit of Farah. It looks like that coming out from Tommy. They're running this Farah. Maybe, oh yeah, they seem to be running the Sigma Ball Farah. So again, they'll be playing this slow style comp. Ball will be looking to go in with the Farah damage. Make sure to get the best combos out of that. Sigma will probably be playing a bit on his own with the Ash, with the Hanzo and the Zen, putting in that poke damage. So it'll be interesting to see how Essence counter this comp.
Definitely, we've seen a lot of fire so far in Village, and it's definitely been working out quite well for every team that we've seen fire being run on. We did see on Yoinkers early on in the week. So let's see what Tommy B can get done here, as he'll be getting pressured by Stainless and also Ping Ping with the Sombra. So far, flanking out of Humid there. Tommy didn't spot him, but will he be able to get anything? Humid being forced out and actually is taken out as well by Fleshwurst. And now Jamyoole should be able to push in a little bit more aggressively here, especially now that that hack is cancelled off Ping Ping. Hopping board once again with Tommy B. See if he can find that kill onto that Zenyatta Niels, but looks like he can't. He got hacked, but not only that, Niels finding Antarctic as well as finding Misty now. Niels with 2 picks so far and looking for that Farah as well. Definitely keeping up the pressure onto that Farah and keeping Tommy from going too aggressive.
Yeah, they're running Essence are running this kind of a dive comp. They need to play this a lot more aggressive, but they have definitely taken the fight over.
Yeah, Niels doing very well for himself, getting 4 kills in that fight.
Yeah, he's really, really good. He is very strong in this Zen. Proven last week, he is a very, very good Zen. This style comp, they need with this with the Sombra, they have to play super aggressive against the Fire. But it looks like we're getting the switch up onto the side of Jamyoole to the Tracer and the Diva, so they're switching up to this Diva Ball dive style comp. So it'll be interesting to see how they execute this dive.
Well, Jamyoole's still just regrouping and waiting for the team to get into position for this dive. We see Tommy B on the flank as well, on the far side of the map, as Misty decides to pressure that Diva and Stainless, who is discorded. But actually that EMP was cancelled by a stun out of Maisie G, which Stainless flew in there as well after it gets demeched, as well as Ping Ping falling. And now Jamyoole should be able to take that high ground and take that space and pressure Niels here on the side, on that Mega, who doesn't want to go down without a fight, almost taking out Fleshwurst on Diva there. And he does find the kill on Sinan. This man is cracked and he pops his Transcendence to get away back to his team, as well as clearing those mines on point.
Yeah, it was a very interesting team fight there. I'd actually believe that was Antarctic that shield bashed
Oh, was it?
the Sombra. Yeah, because I think he had used the flash already on the ball. It was very hard to see those all grouped up, but it was a very, very good team fight win on the sides of Essence. I know they got EMP cancelled, it was unfortunate to use mines, but they really had no right winning that fight.
Yeah, Niels putting his team on his back. Tommy B flying a bit too far in. Can he get out alive here? Looks like he won't be able to thanks to that Diva Bomb and the hack as well. Stainless finding two. Unfortunately though, Human got his pulse bomb eaten by Fleshwurst, but still not afraid to push in there and take down Antarctic, as well as Darcy finding Maisie G on that McCree as well.
Yeah, this is a different Essence side than we seen last week. They're playing a lot better, a lot more coordinated, really good ult usage, and comboing that bomb with a ball slam was very nice.
We'll hop back on board here with Tommy B, see if he can get anything done for his team as he flies in here on the Echo. He does manage to get the D-Mech onto Stainless with some help from his teammates, but can he find the final kill? Looks like no, not just yet, as Fletchwurst and Sinan are contesting that point using everything they have. It is overtime. This is last fight. Fire Truck found Tommy B. Fletchwurst, though, does trade for Stainless as Ping Ping finds Sinan. Looks like this fight is going to be going over for the side of Essence, who are showing a very dominating performance on this map.
Yeah, they're looking really good on this ball dive comp. Really, really strong on the Sombra. So I'm very impressed with Essence in this performance. Looks like we'll have to go to a 5-minute break. There must be some technical difficulties on the side of Jamyoole.
It's okay, we'll have a look here at Stainless's play of the game here with that Diva Bomb. Of course, rushing down Maisie G on the side, who's playing on his own. Easily caught out. A nice bomb there, using that wall, and finds a nice triple kill for himself.
Yeah, that was a nice bomb placement from Stainless. But yeah, I think Jamyoole are requesting this 5-minute break. Yeah.
Don't forget to pull us back out to lobby, otherwise it'll restart the map. Okay, 5-minute break. Just started some technical difficulties. In that case, let me see if we have any new subs or anything like that. Of course, being affiliate, we finally can get subs. And looks like not just yet. We do have quite a few people in chat. I see a lot of yoinkers hyping both teams, using the channel points to hide the messages.
Yeah, I'll have a look over here at the stream, see how it's going.
As you said, Kev, definitely a very different Essence side to what we saw last week against Yoinkers. And they're putting up a pretty dominating performance, to be honest, even up against Jamyoole, who, as we've said many times, were the winners of last season and, you know, will want to be showing a better showing than last week as well.
Yeah, look, Jamyoole had a slow start last week against Revamp, and then they came back into it in the last 3 maps and really picked it up. It was two completely different Jamyoole sides we had seen in the one game. It was like night and day. So look, it could be again this rough start, and we see for them to pick it up. But no, nice. I'm impressed now with Essence Ball Diva. They ran that really, really well. They ran the Sombra, they ran the Tracer. They coordinated everything. Their ult usage was really nice. Rotation of ults and their combos. I would have liked to have seen Jamyoole play a more aggressive style when Essence were running the Sombra. Instead of sitting back and allowing the Sombra to get a hack onto you. If you play this aggressive style, it it makes it harder on the Sombra, especially if she does come in and is forced to translocate out. It's harder, but if you're allowing her to pressure you, you're not going to get much value of you're merely playing into her wheelhouse.
I mean, it's all well and good to talk about that Sombra play, and I mean, it was quite impressive, and of course, Jamyoole could have pressured a bit better, but I mean, I have to shout out Niels here. Absolutely popping off in that Zenyatta, especially there on Village. People pushing him on that Mega Health Pack. He was up against a Diva, a Zen, a Tracer, and he managed to escape all of them with his life and even take down a couple himself.
Yeah, he's really, really impressive on the Zen. He was always, I remember from last season, he was a very strong Zen, really, really good Zen player. So it'll be interesting to see now if he can keep this up for the rest of the game.
I mean, if he can, then this game's going to be even closer than I thought. And, well, maybe it won't be if Essence can keep this up and keep just slightly ahead of Jamyoole. Looks like we were going to be going to Route 66, I believe, next map. I'm not sure if people
Jam
are ready.
Jamyoole's pick again. No, I think Jamyoole are still waiting to have the map ready. Yeah, this is Jamyoole's pick again. So they must have a strat for this. First point, maybe I'm interested to see if they'll run this double bubble comp. They are very, very good at it. Or if they'll run a more dive style comp, maybe the ball diva with a trace or an echo or a sombra. With the Zen break, play this aggressive dive to try counter Essence, because at the minute Essence's um, ball diva dive is very, very strong. And they're very coordinated. And this rush, I was really impressed with that rush. Definitely a fine tuned combo. They ran the Brian, the Diva, the Reaper, and a combo we haven't seen in a while. So no, it was very nice to see.
Definitely, it looks like now Jamyoole are getting ready, but Essence wanting to defend first here, which is going to be very interesting to see. So yeah, let's get into this next map as soon as possible. As we said, it is going to be Route 66, Jamyoole on attack, Essence on defense.
Yeah, so I expect maybe for this attack from Jamyoole, I do expect maybe the double bubble. It is easier to run it on this attack. Let your Winston take the high ground maybe. With the Echo, take some damage, get the Nano built up, and go on with your Nano Winston. But it's interesting to see how they play this. I don't know. We're going to have to see if Essence are going to keep running the way they are. It's going to be very hard for Jamyoole to pull this back, because Essence are playing really, really well at the minute.
We did see Essence definitely doing really, really well, as you said, with that ball diva, which it looks like they're going to be running again on this defense. But as predicted, the double bubble is coming out of Jamyoole, and we've seen it before. We know it can work. We know they can play it quite well. And Tommy B as well, wanting to risk that Genji on this attack.
Yeah, we have a lot of this. We have a lot of Genji players in this league. A lot of very good Genji players. At the minute, Genji is a hard player to play. Neutrify Genji is very, very hard to get value out of compared to like Trace or Echo or Sombra. And if you're building up for this Nano Blade, it's a lot of time to put into one ult that could be easily countered by a Shield Bash or a hack or an EMP or whatever.
Tommy B does actually
Look,
decide to switch over onto that Echo, which definitely a much stronger hero pick. Although we do know Tommy B's Genji is quite good, but it's just at the moment the meta is not in Genji's favor. Tommy B looking for doing a bit of scouting here, trying to find that Sombra in Ping Ping, who's actually playing with his team to help prevent dives as much as possible. As you do see Tommy B going in with Misty. Tommy B now falling very, very low here, having to fall out for those heals, as Misty has dropped down to half HP as well. Jumping back in there, trying to find a pick. It looks like they can't quite find anything here. As now Fletchworth has decided to dive up there himself as that Zarya. Jumping off the payload, Tommy B finds the first pick onto Darchi with that beam. Misty as well finding Humid now after that bit of a dive onto the backline, as Niels does fall next. It looks like a nice fight there from Jamyoole, playing it nice and slow until they were ready.
Yeah, Essence played that very, very slow. They played a real defense style, and that you're playing into the double bubble when you do that. You're allowing them to build up Nano. You're allowing them to take the space and get Zarya to get damage done. They need to play aggressive. Get on the Zarya. Get on the Ana. Don't allow them to build up this Nano, and let Winston take space. But they did.
Misty already taking the high ground here, with Maisie G right behind him, as well as Tommy B flying in the air just behind as well. We do see Maisie G wanting to find that pulse bomb if possible onto one of the supports maybe. As now he does go around for the flank with the Primal Rage in front as well. The stick does come through. Unfortunately, can't quite find the kill. As now he decides to go for Zenyatta and finds Niels. That's a big pick for the side of Essence, or of Jamyoole, but Essence retaliating, Ping Ping finding Maisie G as well before we can get to that health pack. We'll hop on board here with Tom B, who has his copy. See if he'll need to use this fight, as he does D-Mech Stainless. Now the boost though coming through onto Misty here, so copy won't be necessary, as now Jamyoole are just cleaning up Tommy B and Misty, just clearing that payload.
Yeah, when you're running the double bubble, it's very important to pay attention to the Winston. It really shows how good a Winston player is when you're playing this double, because they need to take space and hold that space, but without feeding too much. They're taking the damage for the Ana, but then there's that fine line that you draw from taking the damage from Diana and being able to get back out, or taking too much and picked and feeding. So he's playing very well so far.
Yeah, Missy definitely showing their worth as a Winston player. As now Tommy B copies that Brigida as both his supports are killed by Stainless's bomb. Another very well placed bomb by Stainless. And now Tommy B being the solo healer, despite playing DPS. Looks like as well he's not going to be enough as Misty's taken out in the front line, as well as Tommy's copy and Fletchworth as well. Tommy just trying to escape now, just trying to live. Deciding instead to give up.
Stainless has been very, very impressive on the Diva, especially. His Diva bombs have been on point so far, getting 2-3 kills. The man doesn't settle for one, he likes 2 or 3 or more even. So he's been hugely impressive and hugely influential at the minute.
Well, the dive already coming through straight onto Niels here, as Misty wants him out of the fight. They know how powerful he can be on that Zenyatta. Unfortunately though, Misty is going to be forced back out and taken out already. And now the EMP as well coming through from Ping Ping. I believe finds everyone except for Tommy on the side of Jamyoole there. As Tommy does find Archie, but it's not going to be enough as his entire team are being wiped over on this Mega Health Pack in the garage.
Yeah, so ult's invested on the side of Essence. However, they do have Trance still up, but this is where double bubble gets very, very strong. When you have ults built up, this is when the ult cycle can come in. You've got your grab, you've got your bomb combo, you've got your primal to take space if you need it, but a grab combo should be enough. However, Neil does have Trance to counter it, so
not only does he have Trance, but he also has a pick already finding Maisie G. Of course, Maisie has a respawn, but that was a beautiful 5-ball to catch Maisie G there on the side, coming through those caves. Now, the rally coming out just to buff up that Winston and buff up that Anna as well. Hopefully able to survive a little bit longer in this next fight. As the pulse bomb comes through, unfortunately not able to find the stick with Maisie G. As another dive coming through now from Misty, right onto the payload, but unfortunately there's no targets there. As Essence have just rotated all the way behind Jamyoole here, and a nice boop as well to cancel Misty's jump coming out of Fire Truck there. I'm not sure if that was entirely intentional. Tommy B has the copy once again, but the Transcendence is forced out of Niels here, just to keep his team alive with the Graviton Surge in response from Fleshworst, who does fall, but it looks like the Graviton Surge might just be enough as the Nano Primal as well as Tommy B's right click there. Clean up some of that Grav. And now Misty just doing as much as possible on point, trying to get as many kills as he can, trying to clear off that ball now next. And looks like the point is going to go over. Ping Ping trying to stall for as long as possible with that Sombra. Looks like he's actually getting a little bit of time for his team before falling. 3 minutes now on the clock for Jamyoole to push this third point.
Yeah, we're looking at a very nice push from the side of Jamyoole. Coming up to 2.5 minutes left. We'll just have to see how Essence can counter this now.
Already Tommy B copying that Diva, but once again the bomb is coming out from Stainless. Can it find anyone this time? Looks like no, it can't. Jamyoole able to escape. But Tommy B also just now getting the bomb available, tossing into the spawn of Essence here on the left hand side. Unfortunately doesn't find a kill, but does slow down Essence's recontesting, as now Stainless flanking onto the high ground with the rally from his Brig right up behind him, as well as Macy G pulse bombing that Wrecking Ball. Unfortunately not going to be able to kill him though, especially with that rally in effect, and Darchi pushes Macy G and gets that pick as well. Tommy B though does manage to de-mech Stainless, who's going to be out of mech here, but we do see Jamyoole all falling all the way back here.
Yeah, we have ults coming up on the side of Essence now. We have EMP, which should only be the only ult to use to win the next fight.
Well, we say that, but mines are going to be used first, and they do find a pick onto Tommy B. And looks like it's going to be very tricky for Jamyoole to push here, as Misty now as well jumping away, and Fleshworth just using his bubbles to cover his team's retreat here.
Yeah, very nice mine placement from Fire Truck. Getting one ult out and being able to win that team fight is huge. They now have EMP to follow up again.
And there's the EMP dropped. It finds 5, all but Sinan getting hacked, but none killed so far. The Nano Boost comes through now onto the Monkey, who does have Primal as well if he goes in. So he can go in very deep here as he does pop that Primal now, looking for the support kills. Gets stunned, gets hacked. Won't be able to escape for another second here, but does play nice and careful here with that cover as Tommy B finishes off the kill onto Darchi on that Brigida as well. And now Misty pushing more aggressively now that the hack has worn off. Can't quite find another kill, but does force out Niels' Transcendence here. As now Sinan gets a nice anti-net onto both the tanks on the Essence side, as Tommy B as well copies Tracer and gets the stick already onto Stainless and looking for another stick. And there it is with the bomb coming out from Stainless trying to clear the point. Unfortunately not going to be enough as Jamyoole roll right over onto the third point.
Yeah, that was a nice little time bank. set for Jamyoole. They've got a bit of comfort if it does come to another push. Nearly a minute. Look, double bubble is a very good comp to run. You've got all the ults on your side. You've got all the combos, and you can keep rotating those ults if you do get on a roll. So it is a hard comp to play against. But Essence did play well towards the end there for they started using their ults nicely. It was unfortunate with the EMP, a huge EMP, but there was no real follow up on it. Um, so it's hard. We had Antarctic come out with the Briggold, which was enough to sustain them throughout the fight. But when you have an ult like EMP, you need to hard commit to it. You get that big EMP, everybody needs to be in. Hard commit onto a hero and burn them down as quick as you can. Otherwise, if you're sitting back and use EMP and you don't get a pick onto them, you're giving the other team this momentum. This I don't know. It's like this feeling you beat the EMP. You're now driving forward with this Zarya high charged. If you don't get that pick with the EMP, it's very hard to come back from it, which we've seen there on that last point. But look, it'll be interesting to see what's going to run this time. We're seeing the double bubble again for defense, so it looks like Jamyoole are running this comp that they are very comfortable with, and this ball Zarya comp, which is quite common over in the APEC region. Um, During a few of the warm-up games for the Overwatch League, so it's an interesting comp to watch.
We'll hop on board here now early on with Tommy B, who's just gonna be looking for some spam damage with that Echo, trying to build up some ult charge as Jamyoole start their, or as Essence start their push, I should say. Maisie G on that Sombra as well, doing a little bit of scouting. As Misty now starting to contest the point. So far, no real damage or kills have been coming through, but the dive now coming through from Fire Truck, completely isolated, completely on his own, gets absolutely melted instantly. A very questionable dive there from Fire Truck, as they're completely solo.
It's very hard. It's going to be very hard for Fire Truck to get any value with the dives. Jamyoole are playing a really defensive style here. They're sitting back. They're allowing Fire Truck to get up. They're getting the hack on him. And when you have an Echo in the team, a Beam, once he gets to half HP, he's gone. There's no hope. So I think the Winston pick might be a bit better here. The Winston can play a bit safer and has bubble. Will just be interesting to see how they take approach this stack.
Tommy B here falling low very early as Fire Truck looks for that final blow. Can't quite find it though, as Misty is peeling for Tommy B there and protecting that Echo. But a lot of card progress has been made so far for the side of Essence, as now it's in the prime position for Fleshworst to be able to just jump up onto the high ground, even out Zarya off the payload. But now the nano boost onto Misty on that monkey forces out Transcendence from Niels. As Darchi actually finds pick onto Tommy B as well, who went in with his main tank, but unfortunately, while the nano was on the main tank, Tommy B didn't have the health to survive that whip. Now Humid following up as well as Stainless on extra few picks, but Fleshworst here using that Graviton Surge. Humid finding a pick with that Pulse Bomb as well. A very scrappy fight here. Both sides investing quite a few ultimates to questionable value, honestly.
Yeah, we're getting away now. We have a lot of ults coming up from both teams. We have Grav, however, with the Essence with the advantage with the Grav, which alone is a huge ult, which can be comboed, which will probably be comboed. Oh.
And here's the Grav going right onto Misty. Take that main tank out of the fight early on, which will allow Essence to take space much easier here.
Yeah, I was saying they're looking for the combo, but a very nice pick with using the Grav.
Tommy B here, he does have the copy, which he might have to use just to hold on to some space for his team. Might try to copy that that Zarya or break. So far, looks like Humid looking for Maisie G on that Sombra over by that Mega Health Pack, as well as looking for a dive onto that Ana, but we see Antarctic on the break protecting with his life. And then big MP now out of Ping Ping, finds 3 on point, and forces out the rally from both sides here, as well as the minefield coming out from Fleshworst, or sorry, of Fire Truck, I should say. Fleshworst here has very high energy, and with that EMP from his own team, looking to push in hard. Can't quite find any kills though, as his team is getting wiped by Humid and Darchi, who are just pushing in, pressing W with that Break Tracer combo, and unfortunately Ana heals alone aren't going to be enough to keep up that Zarya against that much spam.
Yeah, this is a very nice push from Essence. They used EMP first and they got that pick straight away, so they immediately had themselves in the driving seat, and they got EMP out of Jamyoole, which is a huge ult to get out. Jamyoole weren't able to follow up on it. So look, both teams are even again. Both grabs on each side. So
Humid here with another pulse bomb, finds 3. Of course, all three of those players there were stuck in that little corner of that corridor and just couldn't escape that pulse bomb in time. As the Nightwish comes onto Misty, but I mean, an Nano Monkey isn't going to be able to beat a full team of Essence here. A nice pulse bomb from Humid.
Huge ult from Humid. Big plays. Showing really strong on the Tracer, especially on this attack. He's getting these getting huge value out of Tracer, especially now with Tommy on the Cree. We'll see how much value he'll be able to get.
Yeah, Tommy's switching over to McCree to help his backline deal with that Tracer as Misty once again is solo grabbing, pops Primal actually to try and survive, but not going to be enough. Tommy B though does respond, taking down Niels, who has been doing very, very well for himself this game. As now Fleshwurst is getting pushed on that high ground, has to drop off and fall back for healing. Unfortunately not able to hold the space as he'd like to without that main tank. Both Zarya's now very, very high charge. Fleshwurst holding onto that grav, probably wanting to use it this fight. Fire truck goes in with the bubble from his team and the flashbang is stopped, but the EMP coming out from Ping Ping once again, absolutely massive, and guarantees a few kills for his team. They find 3 so far. Tommy B does find a pick for himself onto Humid, but again, 1 kill isn't going to be enough. Essence rolling over this Jamyoole side.
This is an impressive Essence side now today. This is a whole new Essence that we've seen from last week. It's great to watch, to be honest.
Now both balls just kind of fighting on point, trying to contest each other. Jamyoole just rushing to point, just trying to contest for as long as possible, burn down that clock at least a little bit, as there is still 2.5 minutes left in that time bank. Now the rally on point, just trying to keep Fleshwurst up as high a health as possible, but with that Discord Orb, he's going to get burned down fairly quickly here. Actually, Jamyoole looking like they're able to take some space back, as now Niels forces that Transcendence as he's able to push his team onto payload. But again, no picks actually coming through, and they're going to be forced to fall out again. Stainless does find a pick on Tommy B, who's in Essence's backline here, but Misty taking down Niels is going to be a huge pick for the side of Jamyoole. Humid though with another pulse bomb onto Sinon, as Darchi is getting traded as well. A really, really scrappy fight here as both sides losing a lot of members. But of course, Jamyoole have that much closer spawn. The EMP coming out of Ping Ping as well as the Graviton Surge. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it is, finally. Essence rolling over, finding 2 minutes on the clock for themselves on third point here.
Yeah, and that last fight was really staggered out. You have those really quick respawns for Jamyoole, so they're able to buy some time off the clock. But this minute advantage now, this could be a huge difference. Like that's the difference of building up ults, especially when you're running these both kind of this double bubble or this Zarya ball comp. You want to build up these ults, and usually want to build up this nano for the Winston. So when you only have a minute on the clock, it's going to be a lot harder to do that. But Jamyoole individually are very, very talented players. So this is this is not over yet. I definitely think this is going to be an interesting push from both sides.
Yeah, as you say, there is a minute in the difference, but both teams definitely showing up today and proving they want to give their all. And it's definitely not over. But we do see now a double bubble coming out from the side of Essence, who are going to change this up and leave Jamyoole guessing, really, and try to surprise them to burn down that clock a little bit more, maybe win at least one extra team fight, which often can happen with just the element of surprise from a comp change.
Now that both teams run the double bubble, it'll be interesting to watch this Winston matchup to see how Firetruck can hold space here and allow his team to build up ult and how he can take damage to build up this nano early. It's going to be about who can get this nano Winston first and win the team fight.
We'll hop on board here with Tommy B, who's already forced out Fletchworth's bubbles, or Sinus' bubbles, I should say. Sorry. And it's just spamming now, looking for that pick onto the Ana, and now with the dive from Misty, looking again for that Ana kill, but not able to find a great peel from the side of Essence as Humid takes down Misty, and looks like they'll be able to find Maisie G as well, who was hacked in the enemy backline, and now the dive coming through. Essence going very, very aggressive here. Firetruck almost going too aggressive, falling very, very low there, but able to get out with the help of his bubble to get those very, very valuable ult charge for Niels, who's already on 60% compared to Sinon's 35. To the words at Nano. But Jamyoole are back once again. Hopefully looking for a better dive. So far, here comes actually Misty diving in, but taken out again very, very quickly before he can get the kill onto that Ana. A more great peel for the side of Essence here as Darchi finds Tommy B as well. Stainless finding a second kill for himself onto Antarctic, and Stainless and Darchi finding 3 kills apiece here. As now Macy G just trying to stall point as long as possible, as well as Misty switching over onto that ball, but the hack comes through and that's an instant kill. Jamyoole not getting very, very far with this push at all.
Yeah, Missy getting caught in that first fight went way over aggressive, especially for this double bubble comp. You cannot jump that far in because the only follow up you have is on an Echo and a Tracer, whereas their whole team is on you because they're playing this defensive style. The only person who had to get back was Winston. So when you overextend that much, you're dead, especially with the Discord or with the Ana or whatever supports the break or whoever they're running. There's all these different supports that can punish you with the nade, with the sleep, with the Discord, with the shield bash. So you cannot play that aggressive on Winston on attack because you won't have any follow. You won't have Zarya. Will have to use cart to get up onto the high ground. You're out of line of sight from your supports. And when they went in, there was no follow up at the same time. From both DPS, they had followed in a few seconds later, but at that stage it was too late. If you're going that aggressive, at least have the dive 100% coordinated. But look, we're going to have to see a super aggressive hold now from Jamyoole. They are going to have to play up close. So as you can see, they're running this rush comp. They are going to play up at the train here and play super aggressive off the spawn door. They cannot allow Essence to build up ults at all. They need to play aggressive onto this area, play aggressive onto the Winston and use his jump or whatever. But they're going to have to win this first team fight early and get that ult advantage.
Looks like instead of playing in that train, they're deciding to play in that cave. But on the other side, we do see Ping Ping running the. Oh, actually, they are switching over to the truck now. But there's a Hanzo on the side of Essence here. Going to be scouting that, and there it is. The sonar finds the entire side of Jamyoole, but they do find a pick onto Ping Ping anyway, and a massive anti-nade from Niels. Unfortunately, not going to be of any real value apart from ult charge, as Macy G finds a couple of picks for himself, and now Essence are going to be resetting, as well as Jamyoole back up onto the high ground here.
Meiji back onto the Kree now. This lad is a very good Kree, a very good Widow. These heroes he's very good at, so we'll see him thrive now.
We'll watch his perspective here as he looks for a ping onto Ping Ping, but the double flying characters here, the Echo Farah, going to be a very, very difficult combo to take down for this McCree player, especially now that he's such low health, forced all the way out. And as Humid finds those picks on point, Tommy B though doing his part, finds two, but he's going to get staggered out here, using that ice block to try and heal up, but getting left behind by his team who are dying around him.
Yeah, Jamyoole need to fall back now. Soft reset. You'll see Tommy come back in the Echo or something now, and he might get another fight in.
Looks like he's switching to that Tracer to try to get back a bit faster, as well as Misty on that Wrecking Ball. But I don't know, is anyone going to be able to touch the point? Looks like Misty's going for it, but Macy G does fall to Fire Truck. That push from Essence proving to be quite valuable as they get an extra pick, and they're also delaying the recontest. Fleshworst finally finding the pick onto Ping Ping to allow him to get out of that tunnel. And now it's going to be a brawl on point for Jamyoole to try and hold on to this. Fleshworst here, very, very high charge so far, and he's going to have to worry about the Farah as a main person to be able to contest him and shut him down. He's getting very, very close to the Grav. As now the Coalescence as well coming out from Sinon, hopefully able to keep his team alive. They're doing that little bit of extra damage into that Graviton Surge from Fleshworst. Both sides actually using their Graviton Surges here, but the Transcendence from Niels is going to be able to keep his team alive much better than a Coalescence will. As Macy G finds one pick with that High Noon, but Fire Truck finds two onto Macy G and Sinon with those mines. The B-Truck now coming out from Antarctic, trying to keep those last few remaining members of Jamyoole alive, at least long enough for Recontest to come back from spawn. And it's just the tanks now left on point with Fire Truck as well, just spinning to win. And the Rocket Barrage as well as the copy from Ping Ping and Humid just to shut down Fleshworst on the point. Fire Truck finding the final blows onto Fleshworst as well as Misty. And now Macy G as well falling, as well as signing to Niels as Essence take map number 2.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was a huge defense from Jamyoole. They nearly got it. It was unfortunate. The Fire Truck with a huge ult from ball, which they would have pulled it over the line. But they were so close. These teams are so evenly matched. There's this history between these two teams, but you can see this huge play from Humid.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. Pulp unfortunately not finding the stick, but doesn't really matter. He still finds 3 kills with it. And definitely, once again, this is a very, very different Essence team to what we saw last week.
Yeah, this is a nice. This is a nice to watch now. Two teams evenly matched. Essence after pulling it up now to match Jamyoole, up 2-0. Look, I'm enjoying watching these two teams play. They're two brilliant teams to watch. Um, two teams very well coached and two teams that play their own style and are very good at their own style. So look, it's very enjoyable.
It is indeed. As yeah, quite unexpected to be honest that Essence are keeping up 2 maps above Jamyoole now, who are obviously they have to win this next map if they want to stay in this competition. Well, not the whole thing obviously, but on in this match. Um, yeah, definitely they're not showing as strong as they did towards the end of last week anyway. But again, as you said previously, this could just be a slow start for them.
Yeah, look, this happened against Revamp. Revamp came out strong. They took the first 2 maps, and then Jamyoole came alive. Look, Jamyoole are a team that aren't down till till the game is fully over. You do not know what to expect from them. They can pull anything out of the bag. You could see Tommy now going on to more of a comfort pick, like Doom, like Farr, looking for these big plays. These pures he's very, very good at and played very well at the last day. So you never know with Jamyoole what they'll pull out of their what they'll pull out of the bag.
Yeah, it looks like they are choosing to head over onto Eichenwalde as well for the next map, which is again one we saw Jamil perform very very well on, and especially Tommy B on that Farah on this map performing very very well for his team. Um, so we'll wait and see now if they can do the same again this week, and hopefully be able to again hang on and maybe claw back a map or two and look for that reverse sweep if possible. Essence though looking very very strong.
Yeah, Jamie are all familiar with the reverse sweep, pulling it off last week. But look, Eichenwalde's an interesting map. You've got 3 different. You've got first point. You'll probably see maybe a bit of rush or maybe the double bubble, maybe a bit of far play. Second point can be a lot more dive oriented, or even a bit of double bubble. It's very popular on second point using this high ground. It's going to be hugely important. So look, both of these teams, this map is very very strong for them. Very very strong for both their play styles. Both are comfortable using the dive. Both are comfortable clearly on the double bubble. And both teams have very, very individually skilled players. So look, this Icon game is going to be a very nice map to watch. It's going to be very interesting to see what both teams come out with.
Indeed it will, and let's hop right into it. Of course, Essence once again picking to defend first, as Jamil will be attacking. And going to be very interesting to see what comps they decide to run here. I do expect to see a Farah out of at least one of these sides for this first point. Um, Tommy B might actually run a Doomfist instead. We'll have to wait and see. But Farah very, very good here on this point.
Yeah, I would like to see this. I would like to see a bit of Widow play, to be honest. We've seen a small bit of Widow play come out on the side of Crimson last week on this map, and we know how good Maisie G is on the Widow. Um, So I would like to see a bit of Widow play maybe on second point just to get to see these duels. But it looks like both teams are opting for this aggressive ball diva play style, both matching each other with the Sombres, with the Tracers. There's going to be big matchups here now. This is going to be interesting to see what team um, can play this comp better, what team would be more aggressive and create space. You've got Neil, who's been very good on the Zen. So if Jamyoole can punish this, can get a pick onto him earlier, play super aggressive, not give him the space that he's been given so far, I think this is a huge chance for them to take this map.
Yeah, absolute mirror comp here coming out from both sides. As neither team actually running that far that I kind of wanted to see. Both teams, as Kev said, running this rush comp, this ball diva comp. As you do see Fire Truck looking to probably slam on these supports if he can and play very, very aggressive. And he does just that, but unfortunately those supports are playing very far back with their diva. As now we do see Missy trying to roll in with that Tracers and Tommy B with him, and they do find the first pick side of Jamyoole here, but Tommy B does fall as well to Humid. So it's an even fight so far, as Fire Truck now goes in for the slam, gets hacked, but as does Misty on the right hand side there of your screen, and gets taken out by Ping Ping. Very nice play by Ping Ping there, just to catch out that ball out of position and shut Misty down.
Yeah, both teams playing for this hack, playing for these hacks on the tank. They're looking to get the hack onto the ball or leave and burst them down. Playing this style from both sides tends to suit defense more because it's easier for Somber to get around. She has more space to work with.
Misty again going in quite aggressive and getting punished for it. Going into that small room, getting hacked, getting shield bashed, and getting killed. And once again, Jamyoole are going to be trying to reset here, if possible.
Yeah, look, we have EMP already up onto the side of Essence, so they'll probably look to take a fight here early with EMP. If they're tracking the rolls, they'll know
You do see
Maisie
Ping
might
Ping
not have it
here
on it.
playing very aggressive with the ball, and the slam comes in as well as that EMP. And there's the picks that they were looking to find. Niels finding Tommy B and Ping Ping following up as well onto Sinan. Fire Truck onto Antarctic, and now Jamyoole just trying to touch point a little bit. They do get a tick, but it's not going to be enough, as now Fire Truck is just cleaning up on Misty and getting a little bit of a ball teabag in there.
Yeah, this is big now from Essence. They have ults built up. We do have EMP on the side of Jamyoole, and we do have Pulse Bomb. So if they use this EMP early, don't allow ults to get on the side. Make sure you get Neil into this EMP. I can see them taking this team fight.
Pulse Bomb comes out early from Humid there. Unfortunately, not able to find that break in Antarctic, and neither is the bomb by Stainless. No kills coming through so far. The rally is coming through from the side of Essence here, as Darchi wants his team to push aggressive with him here, especially with that extra rally armor. But Jamyoole doing well here, falling out and giving up a little bit of free space there in order to wait for that rally to just time out.
Yeah, a lot of ults invested by both sides there with very little value. But you can see the coordination from the side of Essence between these two tanks. We see the bomb coming out with Stainless, and every time Fire Truck is in there with a slam to stun or to knock up these players for the bomb. So it's huge plays.
Here comes the minefield out of Fire Truck. He gets stunned, but he also looks like he wants to go for that kill. He does have the help from Stainless, looking for that Zenyatta, but can't quite find it, as Fleshwurst is forced back into those minefields and quickly demacked and eliminated as well. And now both Briggs just stunning each other, but unfortunately there Antarctic was on his own, and Darchi was not Humid being able to follow up as well as Fire Truck onto those kills, onto those supports, and it looks like Jamyoole are going to be struggling even just to touch the point here to try and find a second pick.
Yeah, this is unbelievable play from Essence. They have ults on their side now. Only 40 seconds left. This is going to have to be a ults on the side of Jamyoole. So this must be.
Here comes that EMP from the side of Maisie G. Finds 5 members, I believe, of Essence. There were 4 even. As Tommy B following up with that damage finds Ping Ping, as well as Fleshwurst, or Stainless, I should say, getting demacked and now finally killed. We saw there Humid was on the flank looking for a bit of an aggressive push and getting the pick from behind. Unfortunately, able to find it thanks to the peel from Antarctic to just protect Sinon on that Zenyatta.
Yeah, they eventually took that point with a huge, massive EMP on the side of AZG. So that was very good from him, and very good follow-up from Jamyoole.
We do see now already Jamyoole trying to take that castle, but not quite being able to take the high ground, as Essence are falling back now again. Essence were contesting them a little bit in the side of that castle, but have decided to fall out, get those heals up, and they're giving him quite a lot of space.
Yeah, this high ground is huge for Jamyoole to hold. This high ground completely. If you take this high ground, the cart will get to bridge free, and this high ground literally sets up every dive for the teams that are defending. So if you take this high ground, it's huge.
Going in for a slam there, but getting hacked once again and getting caught out of position and killed. Once again, Misty first to die on his team, and Firetruck almost doing the same, but actually just barely able to get out with his life thanks to transcendence from Niels. But Tommy B finds Stainless as well. Niels chasing down and finding Tommy B. He is not one to let a kill happen very easily, as his Zen is quite scary to deal with. And now the Pulse Bomb as well coming out of Humid. Can't quite find the kill that he was looking for onto Sinon, as the Pulse Bomb didn't quite stick. But Fleshwurst just doing his best to eat as much time as possible. As now Sinon booped out of position there, going to be picked off from his team as well. And the minefields coming out of Firetruck as well catches out both Antarctic and Fleshwurst on that Brig and Diva.
Yeah, Mitch is going to have to back out here. He's been doing a bit of feeding now at this point. He went in on his own against the Sombra, who has been playing super defensive. You cannot do that as a ball. If you are, you have to make sure your Diva is getting ready to spam to scout out the Sombra to stop the hack. Otherwise, it was just a hard feed otherwise, and you're just, the ball's held. It's just, you're giving the other team nearly all the rolls to have much feeding.
Is once again doing it again, and but this time actually does fall again. Didn't quite get hacked, but did get shield bashed and discorded. Firetruck did get hacked, however, by Maisie G, but unfortunately the damage wasn't going to be there to follow up and get the elim.
I mean,
Tommy B already forced out as well.
You can't go in your own against the Sombra Zen and Brig. You're just not going to get out. There's no hope for it.
Another bomb from Stainless. Looks like it's going to find Silent. Yes, it does. But Fleshwurst trading as well finds Niels. Firetruck with the next kill onto Antarctic, and that's no heals available now for Jamyoole as the minefields come out of Misty, but not going to find anything as Firetruck just takes him down. And now those mines are going to be nothing but all charge for Jamyoole or Essence's supports.
Yeah, this is a very good performance from Essence. This is a really good defense. They aren't even playing this aggressive style. They're just allowing Jamyoole to dive them, and they're punishing with the hack and with the discord and with the shield bash. They've been punishing since the start of this. It's been very good to watch.
Misty once again pushes alone. This time gets a little bit more value and dies a little bit later as Ping Ping went for an aggressive EMP and did exactly what he needed to do. Shuts down 3 people and very uncoordinated play, I must say, actually, by Misty. Not quite diving with the team, not waiting for team to be ready to push in and getting punished for it. As you say, Essence not playing very aggressive, just allowing Jamyoole to make mistakes and just punishing them.
Yeah, that's literally how they're playing. They're sitting back, they're allowing Jamyoole to dive them, and the dives have not been coordinated. They've been just one man going in and getting punished, and then the rest of the team have been staggering in after. To be honest, I think now Jamyoole are going to have to start running these comfort picks. You're playing into Essence's house now. They've dominated the first 3 maps, this map included. You see Tommy out on the Pharah now. You see people are going to go on to their more comfort heroes. You do see Meiji still on the Sombra. To be honest, I would like to see him on the Kree. His Kree is Pog. To be honest, he's a very, very good hit scan player. I think just play comfortably. Don't go out of meta too much, but play reasonably onto your comfort picks. Because it's going to be very, very hard. Now to hold this, they're going to have to full hold this first point because second point card did not get too far. But look, you never know. Again, Jamyoole last week coming back for a reverse sweep, so you really never know what they'll pull out of the bag.
There's gonna be a lot running on Tommy Beating, I think, here on that Pharah to be able to shut down his opposing supports, especially Niels there, who's been doing very, very well. And it's also going to be up to Misty to not go into aggressive this time around and wait for his team to be able to follow up on his dives. So far, Tommy just looking for a bit of spam damage. Unfortunately, not able to really find too much. Did get Niels' HP very, very low, but not quite able to find the kill. And once again, Misty getting hacked, pushing a little bit too aggressive, but his team is there this time to protect him and get him out safely. As now we do see Human going on the flank, as Jamyoole are falling back very passively onto point.
We already see the 64% built up on barrage from Tommy. He's getting a lot of damage in. It's going to be very hard for Neil and for Darcy to push in against this Pharah.
You see Tommy going a little bit more passive as soon as his Mercy has to leave him for healing to a teammate. And now once again pushing more aggressively with that Mercy, finding Darcy with the help of his Sombra. And now the barrage coming out, finds Ping Ping. He does get taken out by Stainless, but that's kind of what you expect out of a barrage, finding a pick before getting killed. It also allowed the Resurrect to come through from Antarctic onto Misty, getting those tanks back in the fight to stall point a little bit longer. But Essence now going to be looking to push in very, very quickly here, as they know Jamyoole are still down a few picks.
Yeah, that was a very poor decision from Jamyoole. Both tanks pushing up when you have 3 people coming back from spawn. That is crazy. Like, that's mental to me now. I can't believe they actually did that. They could have the chance of falling back a bit and then getting a full aggressive push, but that was very poor from Jamyoole.
Only that, but Tommy now goes aggressive as well, getting hacked and taken out because his Mercy wasn't with him. Stainless finding Antarctic as well, who was, I don't know, probably healing Macy G there or something like that. Decided to split away from the Pharah, whatever the case may be. As as you say, very aggressive play out of those tanks from the side of Jamyoole. Probably looking to try and get a pick, but I mean, this is some questionable play.
Over that
questionable
now
play.
Jamyoole had 3 people coming back. They could have fallen back a bit with the Pharah and gone in them, but they just went in. 2 tanks went in, and they were never going to win that fight. Like, you're going in 2v6. It makes no sense.
The team here is playing very, very split. We do see Misty on the payload, looking to just fight Fire Truck on point. As Tommy B is looking for some spam damage from afar, as Humid does find the first pick onto Silent. That's another big pick, as that MP comes through as well. Stainless finding the DMAC onto Fleshwurst, who's probably going to get finished off here as he jumps off the map, and Tommy B getting taken out by Niels next. Antarctic just whipping out the Glock and just trying to stop payload. It's not going to be enough, as Essence just rolling on. Still 4 minutes on the clock almost, and they're having no trouble here.
Yeah, this is a roll. This is, yeah, it's going to be very hard. We do have ults on the side of Jamyoole now. We can see what to do with these ults. Big by Misty.
Misty getting those 2 kills onto both those DPS actually. With that slam, and now going in very, very aggressive, looking for some more, but can't quite find it. He gets shield bashed and taken out by that Diva. Once again, pushing too aggressive, getting punished for it. Tommy B, though, finds a pick onto Fire Truck on the point, as now Darchi, with that rally, looking for some kills on point, and he almost gets the boop onto Fletchworth, who's just be able to fly back up again as soon as boosters come back online. And now the Valkyrie coming out from Antarctic to keep that team topped up and add some extra damage in to the entire team. As once again, Misty's pushing in very, very aggressive here. Might get punished for it. Definitely going to struggle to escape. Tommy B looking for a bit of spam damage, trying to find that pick onto the Tracer as Humid is trying to escape. But once again, look at where Misty is, getting pushed by the entire side of Essence. Not probably going to be able to escape here, and yeah, taken out once again.
Jam, you need to sit back now. Allow your ball to get back. Big pick.
Nice pick out of sign in there onto Ping Ping. But as you say, yeah, they need to play back. They need to wait for their ball to get back in the fight and try recontest once again. They do have the high ground, so they can play a little bit slower, especially with that Pharah spamming into those chokes. And now the ball is back as well. Both balls just shooting at each other up and down on the tower of the castle, as now Misty is flying in, trying to find a pick onto Fire Truck, but Fire Truck has the backup, and now the EMP as well, as the barrage coming from Maisie G and Tommy B finds 3. There's the 4th kill. Fire Truck does find Sinan, but it's not going to be enough, as Fire Truck is going to be killed as well underneath on the bottom right, and the res is coming through from Antarctic. Nice play there out of the DPS of Jamyoole.
This is where we can see Jamyoole coming alive. They have the high ground now, and with the Pharah play, it's going to be so hard for Essence to take the high ground, especially when you're running the Zem and you're running the Brig. However, they do have ults now. They have Trance, they have Ball. They're coming up on EMP now. EMP is going to be the big ult. Ping Bing is going to have to pull it out of the bag. I expect maybe to see Tommy B play separate with the Mercy to the EMP, and we do have mines come up from Misty, so maybe if Misty plays a bit separate, and when the EMP comes in, he comes in with his mines maybe to stop that aggressive push. But it would be interesting to see now if Jamyoole have been checking those how they play around.
Well, here comes Misty playing quite aggressive already, and we do see Niels looking for the kill onto Tommy B there, but can't quite find it as he gets hacked as well. But now Misty just spinning to win and gets killed once again on the low ground there, right in front of the point. And now it's gonna be much easier for Ping Ping to push in, especially with that extra ult charge for that EMP. But it might not even be necessary now, as Jamyoole are rolling or are getting rolled over. The res as well, not quite being able to get stopped by that wrecking ball in Fire Truck. But there's still a lot of kills for the side of Essence here, as Humid actually falls to Flesh versus Bomb there. A very, very scrappy point here on the point. The EMP coming out after the mines, which just absolutely shuts them down, as they will get no value anymore. As Tommy B as well, just waiting to use that barrage as soon as that EMP wears off, or maybe waiting for next fight, as looks like Jamyoole are clawing back this fight one pick at a time.
Yeah, I'd like to shout out
Fleshworst? I'm guessing.
I'm not going to. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Sorry, dude. But I'm going to call you Fleshworst. On the Diva, his Diva now, just especially the second point, has been massive. He's really performing on the Diva, keeping his Zen up, protecting his Mercy, keeping Pharah up. He has been all over the place. He's been getting picks, getting killed. Like, he has really stepped it up now. This second point.
Well, that's exactly what we need to see. As now the EMP barrage is once again available, but the bomb is really well placed there by Stainless, finding Tommy B. And the Resurrect is not going to be available as well, it is now. But Antarctic pushing more aggressively with the Valkyrie, and the MP does come through from ACG, but unfortunately the picks aren't going to be there. Stainless finds a second pick for himself onto Misty once again. Humid finding Tommy B after that Resurrect, and Sinan falling off the map as well. It's just going to be that Diva and Mercy stalling on point for as long as possible. Antarctic is taken out now, and Fleshworth is just going to die on point, followed by ACG. It is overtime, but we do see Jamyoole just still pushing in here one at a time. And they are taken out once again. There's 2 Divas on the point. Both probably have bombs here, or at least Humid does. Looking for a pick, finds Tommy B once again. And we do see Sinan just with that Lucio trying to stall point, trying to maybe get a boop or something. But unfortunately, it looks like he can't quite find it. And the EMP as well stops that Wrecking Ball from touching the point. We do see though Macy G able to touch point as that Sombra cloaked in behind the enemy team. Fletchworth's next, going to be on the point, but burned down so quickly. As now Tommy B with the long range barrage, just looking for a kill. Can't quite find it, and that is Essence taking the 3-0.
Big performance from Essence. I would like to, that was very unfortunate from Sinan at the end. Firestruck swung him at the ball, and Sinan got absolutely yeeted and bounced off the broken bastion or whatever you call it, and got knocked off the edge. It was extremely unfortunate, but very funny to watch. But look, a big performance from Essence. Jamyoole nearly pulled it back there and nearly held it. Look, you never know what Jamyoole, they could have pulled it back. It was very unfortunate, but a very, very good showing from Essence.
I feel like the score, to be fair, doesn't really represent how well Jamyoole played. But at the same time, they did not perform, especially on that third map, I feel, until second point defense anyway. anywhere near Essence's standards. Um,
Yeah,
Essence really, really bringing it and showing up today.
yeah, to be honest, I think the 3-0 was well deserved. I think that was a very sloppy performance from Jamyoole, very uncoordinated with the dives. A lot of mistakes that is unusual from Jamyoole. A lot of mistakes you wouldn't have seen last season. Look, they're going to have to watch over this game. First, last week was a messy. It was a close match, but very messy, and they ended up pulling it over the edge. This week, they went down 3-0. That's a huge hit for them now. They're going to have to pull it back next week. They're going to probably look over the games, and they're going to have to clean up their dives. A lot of mistakes. Like they were holding first point. They were down three, who were coming back, including a far, and their tanks decided to go super aggressive, which is mind blowing to me. It's you don't do that. Like that's you don't as if you're two tanks, you wait for your team, you sit back, you give up the tick if you need to give up a tick, and then you go in. But don't completely eliminate the chances by just eating yourself into the enemy team and feeding. So this is going to something big's going to have to change here in Jamyoole if they're going to want to pull it back from next week, because this is a huge hit for them. However, on the side of Essence, this is brilliant. That was very good to watch. This is a new Essence from last week. A huge performance from all their team, but especially Neil on the Zen. Very, very impressive. And Stainless is Diva. I don't know whether this man has been practicing these bombs, but they've been on point. Um, maybe he's just eating the damn things and hoping for the best, but they look very well placed. He's getting his picks, setting up team fight wins. But look, overall, a very, very impressive Essence. Very diverse team. They ran the rush, they ran the double bubble, they ran this ball diva dive. They ran everything and ran it to a very, very high level. So look, so far we've seen these Titans like Crimson and Yonkers, who have won their first two games, and we see Jamyoole, who won their first game and would have been were last year's winners. These Titans, Essence now are really statement game from today. That they are not there to be taken seriously, and after that game, definitely one of the top contenders for this league.
Definitely, once again, they're finally showing up. They didn't really show up too much last week, getting 3-0 by Yoinkers. But this week, definitely against Jamule, who, as we said, winners of last season, they showed up, especially towards second half of last week, but just quite easily getting 3-0'd. I mean, there were a few close games, close fights, but overall, as you say, Essence definitely deserving of that 3-0 and definitely showing up as a contender for the winning of this whole league. But I mean, I must say, some questionable ball play out of Misty. I mean, pushing in alone versus that Brig, that Sombra, that Zen, not really going to be able to get anything, no matter how good you are at ball.
Yeah, it's very hard to get value out of a ball when you're going in like that. Now, maybe there's a bit of miscommunication um, with the dives going in. You don't really know what's going on with comms and stuff like that. It's very hard to tell. But when you're running ball into this, like against a Sombra, Zen, Brig, playing ball alone is very, very hard. It is very hard for a ball to get value, and it's very frustrating for a ball when you're getting shield bashed and discarded and hacked. God only knows, like, but um, look, I don't think this is the end of Jamule. I think to look over this, I've seen Jamule at a very high level. They dominated their Open Division, winning all their matches. Unfortunately, got knocked down in the first round by Essence, but they played very, very well and played a lot better than they do today. So I expect Jamule to come back stronger next week now after this kick in the arse.
Well, I certainly hope so. And a kick in the arse it was. Essence definitely showing up, showing they're a versatile team, and showing that last week was just a bad week for them. Um, but anyways, yes, that is this match, and that is the end for week number three. Three 3-0s in a row. Not exactly what we want to see, but definitely some interesting games. And again today, a good few close maps. Um, but yes, Essence 3-0ing, and that is a GG's. And just want to quickly say thank you to Meepies who gifted a tier one sub to Kev here actually. And
Heyo.
so thank you for that. And anyways, GG's guys.
Bye.